We go back up to UGA running back, Todd Gurley, as we mentioned before. Explosive with elite vision. That's one thing I did like about Todd Gurley, man. He was fast, he was quick, but he had vision. But at that time, UGA did have the big hogs up front too, the can them holes open. You know what I mean? And now we go back to Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram was Alabama's first Heisman Trophy winner. You know what I mean? So, and Mark Ingram, he was that stocky power hammer. You know what I mean? He was just Mark, man. He was just a reliable back that had great quickness. You know what I mean? Some people gonna be like, "Oh, you don't know Mark Ingram." I don't know Mark Ingram. Yeah, I'm a UGA guy. I'm just giving you what I wrote down on Mark Ingram. You know what I mean? And then we go back to Sonny Michel. Sonny Michel for UGA is a clutch performer in big games. He always showed up in big games when he got the ball. You know what I mean? That was one of Sonny Michel's. Plus, he had speed too. But when the game's on the line, clutch, and the play need to be made, Sonny Michel will make it. He went to the pros. He won 2 Super Bowls, but then walked away from the game, which I don't blame him. I know you should beat yourself up after that. And now we go back to Trent Richardson. Trent was built like a linebacker, but can run. You know what I mean? He didn't do. I don't know how smart he was. What these cats gonna come? You don't know Trent Richardson. I damn sure don't know Trent Richardson because he didn't last in the league as long. But Trent was built like a linebacker, but had speed, and I like Trent. You know what I mean? At that time. And the last one, man, for Georgia, man, no Sean Marino. A lot of people forget no Sean Marino, man, but he was one of our first true. What we say about no Sean Marino was a tough and emotional leader. He would get fired up over there, bro, and he ran so hard for New Jersey. I watch his podcast sometime. Him and Aaron Murray and a couple of them have their own little podcast now. So no Sean, people forget about no Sean, but I used to like no Sean, man. When he was with Denver, and then he went down to Miami for a little bit before he was his NFL career came to a close. And the last for Alabama was Najee Harris, elite balance and athleticism. For Najee, size and slender body, Najee remind me of, to me, a little bit of how he was built, but he could run a little bit, was old school guy, Eric Dixon.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He remind me of Eric Dixon on something, not all, because I don't think he ain't had the speed of Eric Dixon, but the slender build of how Eric used to run. So, yeah, man, but 4-for-1, Nick against Kirby. You got to hand that thing off. You need 1 full yard, man. You only got 1 try. I think I'm gonna go with Todd Gurley again, man.
Gotcha. Yeah, them all great choices, man. Like you said, the way you broke it down, all great choices. It's hard to go wrong with any of them. Like I said, we're just looking at a pure talent, running back talent, not with the offensive line or what they look like. But yeah, if the offensive line was bad or not, but yeah, it's hard to go wrong with any of them. Exactly. I know some of the power backs, like say, sometimes have to get going. Like a Big Henry.
Mm-hmm.
At least in the NFL at this point, if you kind of can get him before he get going, you can get him.
Yeah.
But once he get going, you in trouble.
You in trouble. That's what's his name, Josh Norman.
Right.
He treated Josh Norman like a little boy out there. You know what I mean? So no, with you on that. Is Najee Harris still in the league?